What's up, everybody? It's Elite here with a video today talking about NASCAR Heat 4 news that's actually worth talking about. Game Informer came out for an article today talking about 5 important improvements for NASCAR Heat 4, and right away, some of it is good, some of it is bad. I'm not gonna even lie. I read through the article a few times already. Some really great things that they finally addressed from what they're saying in this article, and then it's some things that they confirmed that's still not addressed. So what I'm going to do in this video today is that I'm going to pretty much paraphrase what they're saying in this article. I'm not going to read word from word. As I'm going through the video, as I'm going through the article, I'm going to end up giving my thoughts and then give my overall I guess you could say conclusion at the end. So yeah, so the first thing they talk about in this article is that NASCAR Heat 4 doesn't have a big future this year, and what they mean by that is that it's not no huge future that they advertising this year. So last year it was the Dirt Series and the team ownership moment for the career mode. NASCAR Heat 2, it was the Xfinity Series and Truck Series, and I guess you could say split screen, even though that future is outdated. But yeah, this year it's all about focusing on the gameplay mechanics. And to be honest, and I said this in my other video before, I still feel like this is a good decision because the gameplay mechanics needed major work, and it seemed like that they actually delivered with it so far from what we've seen. And they talked about a lot of things that I wanted to hear in this article. I'm trying not to get too ahead in this article or spoil it or anything like that, but man, it was a lot of positives, but also it was some negatives as well. So let's continue. So they said they made a lot of upgrades to the gameplay. They introduced sliders, which they go to get more into detail about that in the article. So the first thing, multiple racing lines. So when this person played the game, the first thing he noticed was that the AI took multiple racing lines. So a couple of videos ago, I remember I was praising the Dover clip that they showed, that 30-second trailer or whatever it was, the 30-second teaser, and they were showing like heavily edited gameplay, like it was jump cutting and everything. And that Dover clip, when that player was going to turn 3, and you could see the AI running the top lane, the middle lane, and the bottom lane, that caught my attention right away. And I was like, oh shit. If the AI is going to be like this, man, it's going to be something else. It's going to be a positive. And it's so many things with the AI that's, that they working on, it seemed like. But let's continue. So yeah, he said that the players themselves can run the multiple lanes as well, depending on how you get your car set up for maximum results. So that's good. Hopefully hopefully you can, when the tires wear, that's when you move around, and that's when that top lane starts to become good. We'll see about that. Running with the pack. So a new slider this year allows you to adjust how compressed or spread out you want the field to be. This is pretty good. I didn't think they was gonna give us a slider for this. I thought they was just gonna do it on their own. But the fact that they're giving us, so you already know, for me personally, restricted play tracks, or I guess you call them super speedways now, since they don't got restricted place on the cars no more. But for super speedways like Daytona, Talladega, yes, I'm moving that slider all the way up, or to pack form, so they can run an actual pack like in real life. When it comes to every other track, I'm spreading the AI out, and they introducing a lot of sliders to this game. And I just want to say real quick that hopefully they execute all this. You got to take it with a grain of salt. because 704 has said that the game was gonna do this in the past, and it didn't work the way it was supposed to work. So, just taking this with a grain of salt. I'm not getting hyped about the game. I'm still not buying it day one. I'm gonna wait a couple of days, or a week or two, and see what people are saying. But yeah, so they got a bunch of sliders. They got a collision slider. You can tweak the stability of both your car and the AI. So that's why in certain teaser trailers you can see like the AI spinning out real easily. That's why Daniel Hemrick, when going back to that Bristol clip, when the player spun out Daniel Hemrick, he spun out pretty easily. It was a clip with Daytona when the player spun out Jimmy Johnson. The slider must have been turned up to where you could spin out the AI really easily. So I guess that explains that. So, and then you can make your car stable to where you won't ping pong off of anybody. I guess I'm not sure. Like I said, I want to see this stuff in action because this sounds good, but I want to see it in action. I'm really curious about how all this works and everything. So, let's see. This attempts to fix a previous concern about the car sliding out too easily at times. It gives options for players of all abilities through these mechanicisms. Oh my god. The game not only brings the path together if that's what you want, but it also improves what happens afterwards. So yeah. So you got a slider for how much you want the AI to spread out. The overall you got the difficulty slider, of course, the stability slider, and it's another slider. I can't find it, but yeah, they got like 3 or 4 sliders for the AI, and that's crazy. And I remember I asked Sean Wilson a couple what was that? I think it was last year. I was like, you guys should implement sliders into the game so that way the players can set up the game how they want in a lot of areas, and they're taking that step. So that's good. I like that. I didn't think they was gonna get it in this, in the next game. Cause I've been asking Sean Wilson this last year, and guess what? They implemented it this year. So yeah. Sorry for the background noise. By the way, this chair I'm sitting in is kind of squeaky, but you can see Tony Stewart's dirt car. I don't recognize these. They must have new names for the dirt drivers this year. Uh, Probably generated names. I don't know. Most likely, dirt track origins. They talk about the improvements for the dirt racing. So, dirt racing plays a larger role in the game at the beginning of your career. The progression is a little slower than last year, in part of because there are fewer interruptions to your dirt season thanks to fewer hot seat opportunities for racing series. You can start any series that you want. They keep advertising that. The AI gets loose into the corners more, giving fans dirt track racings. Yeah. So the AI is like more loose now when they when you race against the AI on dirt. So that's a positive. I'm still kind of curious about if with the Highline work. If they're advertising the multi groove racing, then that means that the Highline should work for dirt as well, especially. I'm not sure, but hopefully that's the case because the Highline, no matter what track you went to, you can make the middle work in NASCAR Heat 3 on dirt tracks, but you couldn't make that very high lane work. So hopefully that ends up being the case to where you can run the very top side, because in real life, in dirt racing, you can run all over the track and it works. So the high line is mainly the preferred groove when it comes to dirt racing. So it's kind of, odd that the top lane in NASCAR Heat 3 at least didn't work. So hopefully they worked on that. If it's multi-groove racing, then yeah. Better AI behavior means better racing. We'll see. Apart from changing the AI through sliders, developing Monster Games has changed the AI lap time so they fall. This, oh my god, this is. I've been, Jesus Christ, I've been wanting the AI tires to fall off for a while. I haven't even finished reading the sentence yet. AI lap times so they fall off more realistically, bringing them on par with those of the player. The player AI fuel and tire consumption can be tweaked by the sliders, but the game's overall tire compounds have been redone for all tracks, which affects everyone's lap times and tire grip. This in turn means the AI pits more than they used to at different times and comes up with various pit times, further changing the complexion of races. Furthermore, the AI has better crash avoidance behavior as well as controllable a controllable slider for their rate of mechanical failure. So that's another slider. You can adjust how often the AI crashes or have mechanical failures. Now they do have mechanical failures in NASCAR Heat 3, but um I guess it didn't have it happened every blue moon to where the AI would like cut a tire down or something like that. If you feel like the AI is doing it a little bit too much, you can lower that down. If you want the AI to have mechanical failures a lot, you can raise the slider up. I love that they're giving the players more options. I'm really loving this. The addition of sliders is a huge positive in my opinion. Like I said, they just gotta execute it. If they can execute this shit, man, you talk about a great offline experience. Cause it's like what Disco Inferno said, and shout out to him by the way, cause he's a great content creator. He keeps it 100, 100. Go check that dude videos out. I know that was just random just now, but that dude, man, I listen to his videos all the time, and I usually agree with him most of the time. So, no, that shout out was kind of random, and I don't know why I'm shouting out people when I only got like 70 something subscribers. But anyway, um, yeah, that sounds nice though. So you get to all these sliders, and then the AI tire fall off is good because it was so unfair in the previous NASCAR games. I think the last time a NASCAR game had AI tire wear was NASCAR '04. They got rid of it in '05, and I know that because when you could check away from the field, and then they'll just start reeling you in. They'll start reeling you in like quickly to where you have no chance on them in the long run. So this should make a fair experience. Hopefully, like I said, I just hope that this is all true. This can be bullshit. You never know, but we gotta see. But I just want to see gameplay. That's the thing that sucks right now. Like, if I was seeing this shit in action right now, like, say for example, Jeff Fabiano had access to the game, and I kind of hope he do. I really hope he hasn't mentioned nothing. I try to ask him on Twitter, when he have early access to the game this shit, like he has in years past, and he hasn't said anything. So, cause usually his videos really shows off how the game is gonna be. He did that with Heat 2. I think he did it with Heat Evolution as well. Heat 2, and he did it with Heat 3. So, yeah. So, the AI tires fall off, supposedly. And it's supposed to be on par with the player. They redid the tire model. So, I'm hoping that if they redid the tire model, I hope that tracks like Atlanta, yeah, you can run flat out at first for like the first 2 or 3 laps. And then as the run goes on, hopefully by the end of a run, you're at least 2 seconds off. At least 2 seconds off. I'll accept that because being able to run full throttle around Atlanta for 25 straight laps or 30 laps, how many laps it lasts on the fuel run or whatever. Like that's not right. And then they mentioned something about the AI has better crash avoidance behavior. So if a crash happens, um, they'll actually try to avoid it instead of just running dead into the freaking wreck. So yeah. Here's where the negative news starts to come. All that positive stuff up here, pretty much. Then you get to the negatives. Changes not made. While NASCAR Heat 4 should look and feel different, there are some aspects that are remaining the same. The custom car creator functions the same as last year. The leader on the restart would not be able to pick their lane. And speeding on pit roads, a park penalty and not a pass through one, which is like real life. In real life, if you get caught speeding on pit road, it's a fucking pass through. One thing that is different, however, is that races can end under caution instead of going to overtime. The developer said in the past this was due to a bug, but that has been addressed. So I hope. So I'm gonna start off with the custom car creator first. I can't believe that they're gonna not have a paint booth again for the fourth game in a row. And me personally, I wasn't really asking for a paint booth at this moment because other areas they gotta focus on and see what they are. But I just want more to choose from. That's all I really want. Um, More templates. Give us like 30 to 35 templates. Let us choose whatever color we want when it comes to painting our Rams instead of just limiting the player when it comes to rim color selection. Let us choose number fonts. If you can't give us more numbers, at least let us choose different fonts. Let us choose like do 10 different fonts at least. If hell, give us triple digit numbers. I'm pretty sure people accept that at this point. 100 to 199, like how the EA games did it. I'll accept that shit. Let us put our names on the back of the window like how they are in real life. Whether it's your PSN name or if you want to type a name out. I mean, it's just retarded. Like, I don't understand this. Like, we better not have only like 6 or 7 templates. Only like 20 sponsors to choose for. That's another thing. Give us like 50 to 60 sponsors. There's plenty of sponsors. I know sponsors are leaving the sport right now. It's a lot of sponsors that walked away within the past couple of years. But it's still a ton of sponsors in the sport. Still a ton of sponsors in the sport. So it's like 50 to 60 sponsors. And then make the decals, the sponsors bigger as well when you apply them on your car. Um, I don't understand that either. Like, I hope they made some improvements to it at least. They say it functioned the same, so that doesn't give me no hope with that. So, yes, I wasn't asking for a paint booth. I just wanted the custom car creator, the one we got now, to majorly improve. Shit, NASCAR, I was watching What If Racing video and he was going through every single paint booth from NASCAR 2002, NASCAR Thunder 2002, all the way up to the current NASCAR game, which is NASCAR Heat 3. NASCAR Heat 2 and NASCAR Heat 3 has the worst paint booth out of all NASCAR games. So yeah, I don't understand that at all. Like that's that's crazy. Like, you could do more in NASCAR Thunder 2002 than you can in NASCAR Heat 3. The Not be able to pick your lane on the restart, that doesn't really bother me as much. I mean, you would think they should be able to get like a simple thing like that done, but they hasn't. This one bothers me though. Speeding on pit road, you get an extra 15 seconds on pit road pretty much when you speed on pit road. Oh my god, get the rules and penalties right. So yeah, this is when I was happy reading through this article earlier, and then when I scrolled down, I was like, "Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me!" And at least the overtime shit has been fixed because on NASCAR Heat 3 currently, when you take the white flag, a caution can still happen. You get sent into overtime. Once once you take the white flag and the caution happens, that should end the fucking race. And it seemed like that they have finally addressed that. So those are the changes that's not made. This is a pretty cool picture right here. I like how the vehicle sits inside the garage. Now you got the guys talking. I don't know why the driver just leaning against the vehicle now. They showed the pole speed for the pole speed for oh my god, to go after before you qualify. So that's a good thing to know. And then the race looks pretty nice. The graphics look, like I said, the visuals of this game look really good. Not on par with Forza, Gran Turismo Sport, or Project Cars 2, but um, it's it's um it's getting there. And then finally, the next stage in your career, NASCAR Heat 4 is adding incremental changes to the series' career structure in a few ways that fans will notice, apart from new graphics and interface. Let's see. The contract payouts have been changed to create more incentive for those who want more of a challenge. So they changed in the payout. Gotta see how that works. In your shop, your racing team is affected by how you treat your chassis during the weekend. In an attempt to deal with the issue of damage, if your car returns to the shop without it, you'll be awarded a clean race bonus, and that lets you get that chassis to a higher rating, like 75 versus 70. There's also a shop upgrade that gives you faster and more efficient pit times. Uh, I will. So my question is that when you damage your chassis, will you have to repair it? This is something you had to do in '04 when you NASCAR in the older NASCAR games in Thunder 2004 when you damage your chassis or your body or whatever or blow your engine, like you have to pay for that shit in order to get a repair. I wonder will it be like that in this game? So I hope so. I like how you get rewarded when if you don't damage your chassis. They only mention chassis. They don't mention engine or body. They just mention chassis. So I don't really know. You get like a bonus. They need to adjust the start. I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but let me continue to read to this. There's a shop upgrade that gives you faster and more efficient pit time. So I kind of wish you could just hire a pit crew, like, and you could assign, like they give you like a couple of options to a couple of guys to select from, just like Thunder 2004. I know that game is not perfect, but it did things so well. I I want, like, it would be nice if you could just hire pit crew members, but this is nice too. You can make your pit times faster, so that's good. So when you first start off, you probably getting like 17, 18 second stops, and then as you get faster, you probably get it down to like 13 seconds. So that's nice. It's a shop upgrade. Are there more shop upgrades? That'd be kind of nice. Like you get a wind tunnel and all that. That'd be pretty nice. So, and that I wonder as you continue to build your team up, or your shop starts to look better. Like it was like that in Heat 3, but I kind of wish it was a little more in depth. Um, you can't hire a driver. That was like the most disimportant thing I heard in this um article, to be honest, because you got all these. Say for example, at least let us run part time. I would like to be able to run part time. So if you choose to run two series, say for example, I'm running Cup full time, and then if I could sign on to trucks, and then I could choose part time. When you sign with these deals, it should like give you an option saying, do you want to run full time or do you want to run part time? Because I could choose part time for trucks, say for example. It's just an example. And then either the game randomly selects those 7 races, 'cause they got a 7 race limit in real life, or you can choose those races that you want to do when you end up choosing part-time. So that would be nice if you can choose between full, because I don't want to do all that damn racing. I don't want to do a full series for 2 series. Jesus Christ, I can't talk today. I don't want to do like run in both series full time basically. So hopefully they give you that option. So that's some of the career mode stuff. Damn. Oh yeah, they talk about the rival system as well. So they pretty much bring allies to the game, and when you make allies, they help you out on the track. So that'd be pretty helpful for super speed racing. Pretty much, they said that of course on the last lap it's everyone for themselves. So I'm pretty sure it'd be kind of funny if the AI helps you to the front, they push you and everything, and then on the last lap they just pull out and just leave your ass in the dust. But yeah, so that's the career mode. It's pretty much the same as last year. I'm pretty sure if there was something else, they would have mentioned it. Like if it was presentation, if it was a trophy room. Do we now? One thing that they do we have more statistics? Do we have more statistics? At least, because I've been with Sean Wilson. This is something that we all been wanting. Going back to Disco Inferno, I don't know if some of you guys saw that video that he made a couple years ago. We found out that NASCAR Heat 2 was going to have stats, but that kind of started it, and it kind of spread. I mean, I already knew that I wanted stats, but it was like that kind of started it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people shared his video. But yeah, like are there more statistics in this game, man? Because in average finish, average start, pole positions, laps led, season by season stats. So going back to the your first year in trucks, second year, like let us be able to break it down. Where you finish in the points in this season, are little details in the. Another thing, I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but the stats still need to be in the game. No way that they didn't address that again for a fourth game in a row. I tried asking 704 Zane. Of course, he didn't answer. Sean Wilson is nowhere to be found on Twitter. I mean, he's there, but he's not answering shit. And I already know the official NASCAR Heat Twitter account's not going to answer. All they do is advertise. So I really hope there's more stats. I really hope that there is. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the career mode. Another thing I like to see in career mode, if it's your first season, I want to have rookie stripes on the back of my vehicle. If it's my first season in a series, even if, like, it should be rookie stripes. I'm still curious about that. The star system, instead of it being 3 to 5 stars, it needs to be 1 to 5 stars. They need to balance out that. If you're in a 70, because if you're running, okay, so I guess you start off in a 50 or a 60 rating. I guess they're going off of that this year again. So you shouldn't be getting your doors blown off at Bristol or Martinsville, especially if you're at a 75 or something like that. You still shouldn't be getting your doors blown off. So you should notice a difference every time you upgrade. You go from being a 40th place car to a 30th place car. 30th place to 25th. That's probably like, so 2-star could be like, of course, you could probably run better. It just depends on your skill, but 32nd to 40th probably like a 1-star team. 2-star team is probably like a 25th to 30th. 3-star is like 20th to 15th to 20th. 4 stars is, you know, you can win races of 4 star team, but and then 5 stars is of course when you're at the top of you're the cream of the top. So they got to balance out the star systems. Basically, what I'm saying. Uh, I'm curious about that. So the statistics, the rookie stripes, and the star system, the hot seats. I would like for test sessions to return, but I don't think that's gonna be a thing. And they said that you get less hot seats this year in this year's game. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work either. You shouldn't get no top tier ride right away though. That happened online the past 2 games. So wonder how they're gonna take care of that. So yeah, that's the article right there. That's the Game Informer article. Like I said, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Who knows? This guy probably wasn't even a NASCAR fan. So I don't know. It's a lot of things still to be that we still got to find out about this game though. Caution replays, stuff about the online. But I'm glad that they finally went into the details about the things I wanted to hear about. Like I said, it was some positives, it was some negatives. So, the positives were, sorry about that. Um, Multiple racing lines were in the pack. These first 4 tabs, and then when they got to the changes not made in the next stage of your career, that's why I became kind of depressed because I was really hoping for the career mode to have a little bit more than what they offering. So that's a big part of the game. It kind of pisses me off because it goes back to the whole we're doubling down on esports, but it's kind of showing proof so far that of course they're going to try to get the gameplay mechanics right because they need the gameplay mechanics to be right for this esports shit. And then, let's just add a couple of tweaks to career mode. But I don't want them to ignore the career mode. That's a huge part of the game. And I hope they realize that a lot of people do love career mode when it's done right. They want the career mode to be deep. So, NASCAR Heat 5, hopefully they can tackle on the presentation and hiring drivers and trophy room. Hopefully make it feel interviews after the race with the media. Let's bring the game alive because it seemed like again that you're gonna be just going out racing. I mean, you're not gonna be really doing anything besides racing. It's not gonna be nothing going on off the track, so that sucks. So like I said, overall gameplay mechanics, sound, like sound and visuals, the AI, the sliders, all this sounds really good. It really does. I'm an offline guy. I play online. I'm actually part of a league. I'm looking forward to hearing about the online, especially now that they're into this esports shit. They might introduce some good things for the online, maybe a league mode. 2 things I want them to fix with the online is the caution system, because the caution system don't fucking work right now, and the timer for online. Fix that, plus the lag bubbles, and online can be great. But what was I about to talk about? But yeah, overall, great decision by 704 to work on the gameplay mechanics. They needed to be worked on, and they, now the next step is to get some gameplay. Once we get some gameplay, we'll be, that's when we'll start really knowing about this game. We'll start really knowing about, what this game is about, and regardless of what I see, I'm still gonna wait. I'm still gonna wait on, a couple of days, a week, and just really take a good look at this game and try to, see if I'm gonna buy it, if I'm gonna wait for the first big patch, if I'm gonna wait for a price drop, or if I'm just not gonna get it at all. And that'd be kind of messed up if I don't get it at all, because that means the game is just not good at all. That it's fucked up, if I don't end up getting the game at all because the game is fucked up. So I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was probably like 40 minutes, damn near 40 minutes. I don't know how long this been recording, but yeah, I think I started recording this shit like around 10:40, so it's probably like 25 minutes in. I don't know. I didn't want to make this video too long, but yeah, let me know if what you guys think, if anybody end up watching this video. I like what I'm hearing so far in terms of the gameplay mechanics. Just give me that gameplay next, man. Until we get some more news, gameplay. That's the next time I'll make a video. So until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.